Hey guys, back at it with another roulette strategy to put against a survival test. This test was created in a longer format to highlight the potential pros and cons of a strategy, weeding out the good ones from the bad ones. Then as a community, we modify and refine the good ones to make them even better. If it survives that process, we can then program it into the new Viper Strategies software on my other channel. Link to the channel will be in the description below if that's something that interests you. On this test, every strategy will get a fair shake at 90 spins. That equates to about an hour and a half of live playing time in the casino. So there will not be a time limit. We are going to play out all 90 spins or until the system fails. All results are unedited. All videos are posted, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Every system will receive a grade on performance that's posted at the end of each video. And if you are new to the channel and want to join us on the quest to finding the best, subscribe now and hit that notification bell to stay up to date, because it won't hurt you none, but it might help you some. Hey guys, got another strategy to put against the test today. This one's coming from Tony. He said this was not his original roulette strategy. Found it somewhere he couldn't quite remember. So he's naming it 3 Street Roulette Rundown. There was a channel that he said that ran 50,000 spins, and this system has never failed once. They claim that that's only happened once, and it's only happened with this system. So just as a disclaimer, that's not Tony's statement. He said that that came from another channel. Okay, so with that being said, of course, big claims. We got to put it to the test and see what really happens. Okay, so we got 90 spins today, and I'm going to jump right into it and I'll explain as we go. I do want to mention that he did do an extended custom progression for this as well. I think he said the original had 10 or 11 levels of progression. He has since extended that for a little bit more cushion to 20 levels of progression. Okay, so it's not a very difficult system to follow, but you do have to pay attention to where you are in the progression and make sure the bet's right, because every win will reset you back to base. Okay, so enough talk and let's jump into it. We are using dollar units. Okay, so what he says, how he likes to play is to follow the last to hit, and we're going to play streets. So it looks like 14 is the last to hit, so we're going to start our first level at 14 and spin. This is going to be spin number 1, starting the test. Let's see how this pans out. Okay, level 1 is a miss. So we're going to simply rebet. We're going to hold that one. Okay, that one's going to stay right there. We're going to slide over to the last to hit, which is that 29. And we're going to cover 2 streets now. So we have a total 6 number coverage. Spin number 2. All right, there's another loss. So we're at level 3. We're going to hold our bets right here and spin again. And let's see what we got. We got a 30 red, and that's a hit. There is a $10 hit. We are in a session high of $7. So when that happens, we simply go back to base. And let's see, last hit was at 30. So let's keep it right there. $1 base bet on 1 single street. And any win will reset you. We lost that one, so we're going to simply repeat. Hold that bet there. We're going to slide over to the last to hit, and it's right here, so let's spin again. We're at level 2. Just missed that one, so we're going to level 3, which all that means is we're going to hold our bet right here. $21 came up. So level 4, we're going to hold our bet again one more time. And if we lose this, the progression starts to change. And we did. Okay, so we lost again. And you could see the 7 came up and the 8 came up. So that idea of following repeaters, maybe there's some weight there. But we're going to add 3 units on 3 streets at level 5, okay? At $1 a piece. So let's spin again and see what we get. So we're currently at level 5. There's a total of 20 levels. Okay, so we missed there. So we're going to repeat. We're going to keep those same streets. We're at level 6 now. So each of these streets go up to $2 each. And let's see what we get here. We're at level 6. And of course, we got a 0. So we're going to repeat. We're going to hold those street bets. Now at level 7, we're going to add one more. We're going up to 3 units on each of the streets. And that is a 25 red. That's another miss. So next level, we're going to add one more unit each. But it's not just adding a unit. Things will change throughout the progression. So we spin again. This is level 8. We got a 33 black. There is another miss. So we're going to repeat that bet. And then we were at level 8. Now we leveled up to level 9. And there's going to be 5 units on each of the single streets. Keep in mind, we do have 9 total numbers covered. So we're going to repeat that bet since we lost. We were at 5. Now we're going to go up to 7 on each of the bets. Now increasing by 2. This is level 10. And we got another miss. All right, so we go to level 11, and that's going to be $9 on each of the single streets. Let's see if we can get a hit soon. And that's a 7, and I believe that's a hit. Boom, just like that. Net win is $81. Let's see where that put us in. It is a new session profit at $15. So we're going to go back to base and keep it safe. All right, so we're going to follow that one with a $1 bet. Remember, we're at base level bet. Any win, we reset. $26 black comes up. So we're going to level 2. We're going to cover that last to hit. Spin again. All right, we got a 29 black. That's another miss. So we're going to hold our bet here for level 3. Still only on 2 single streets. And we got a 18 red. That's a miss. So we're going to hold the bet one more time. This is level 4. If we get another loss here, we will we'll change the we're going to add a street. Okay, so we got the loss. So we're going to cover that one that hit last. So we're at level 5, and we're going to keep $1 on each of the streets. And we got another 7. Look at that. $9 win. We are in a new session profit of $17. That wasn't a super big increase, but that is new session profit. So we're going to return back to base level bet. And it seems like this street is pretty hot. So let's see if we could get a repeater right here. It'll be nice to get an early win. All right, we missed that one. So we're going to simply rebet, but we're going to cover that 13. We're 20 spins in. Keeping in mind our session high was $17. Okay, so we're going to repeat, and we're going to hold it here. This is going to be level 3. And we got a 1 red. That's a miss. So we go to level 4. And level 4 is just holding your bets here. All right, we got a 21 red. So level 5 is when we add another street. So we're going to cover that one that hit. And then we're going to hold it at $1 a piece. And we got the win. Okay, we got the win at the same level as last time. That did bump us up another $2. We are in a new session profit of $19. So we're going to go back to base. Okay, so we're going to cover the last to hit. And essentially, these are going to be just hot numbers, right? That's what you're following is hot numbers. Not necessarily repeaters, because I'd be putting money on the exact number. Okay, so we got a loss there, so we're going to follow the last to hit, cover that, and spin again. We're back down to level 2. And we got a 16 red. We missed that one, so level 3 calls us to hold our bet here. And we got a 22 black. That's a miss. So we go to level 4. Level 4 also holds the bet right here and spins again. Okay, so that one has came up frequently. You can look at the board to the left. We are at level 5, so we're going to go ahead and add that one in and keep the bet amount the same. And let's see what we get here. We got a 00. So we're going to repeat, and now we're at level 6. So from here, we're going to add 1 unit on each of the streets. There is another miss with a 24 black, so we're going to simply rebet here. We were at level 6. Now we're increasing to level 7, adding 1 unit on each of the streets. This is spin number 30, and our high is $19. So this is definitely a grinded out style, long way of betting. So we lost that one. We're going to repeat. We were at level, where are we at? 7. We are now going to level 8 at $4 on each of the streets. And let's see what we get here. There is a 32 red. There's another miss. So we're going to level up to 9, and that's adding 5 on each of the single streets. There's 8 black again. That street's hitting pretty hot too. We got 7 and 8s hitting all over the place. Okay, so we lost there, so we're gonna go from 5. Our next bet's gonna go up to $7 a piece. And this is level 10. So we're halfway through the progression. So we still have some room to work with. And we got the hit right there. That's a nice net win of $63. We are in a new session profit of $30. Okay, so that's cool. Let's go back to base. Cover that 6. That's the last to hit. So we are back to level 1. Keep in mind, any hit, any win, you go back to base and you're in a new session profit. So it's very easy, very simple to follow, but you got to pay attention to where you are at in the progression. That's why I'm not talking so much. I'm trying to keep track so I don't screw up the bets. I do want to give this a fair shake because, okay, so we lost there. And we are now at level 3. Level 3 holds this bet. Okay, we are at level 4, so we're going to hold our bet one more time. And if we get a loss right here, then we start adjusting the bet in the progression. And that's a 14 red. Just missed that one. Let's go ahead and add another street at $1 and spin again. And that is a 3 red. We lost that one. So now from $1 bets each, we go up to 2. We are at level 6. And there's another close miss, 18. So we're going to go from 6 to 7, simply adding 1 unit a piece for a total of $9 bet, $3 on each of the streets. And we got the win right there. That's a nice $27 hit. We're in a new session profit of $41. And this is working out pretty good. Good so far. I think the highest we've gone in the progression was 10. So let's go back to base level. What hit last was a 15 black. This is spin number 40. We're almost about halfway through the test. And so far, so good. Again, not huge profits, but it seems like he's playing off the odds of these hitting. That's why it's important that he made that longer progression. So second level, we're going to add in that second street following the winner. Let's spin again. All right, that's a 00. So this is third level. We're holding our bet here. And that's another loss with a 29 black. So we're going to simply repeat the bet. We are at level 4. We're going to hold the bet here one more time. And I don't think we got any of these early wins yet. That would be nice to get a nice hit right here. And look, another 8 came up. But we didn't have that one covered. So now we go to level 5. We're going to cover that one. So let's hope that keeps staying hot, because those 7s and 8s keep popping out. Now we're at level 5. Okay. 3 streets, still at $1 a piece. All right, we missed there. So we go level 6, adding a unit each, and we spin again. There's another close miss, but we did not get it, so we simply rebet. We're going to add one more unit. So this is level 7. And we got another miss, 34 red. Okay. So we go to level 8. Level 8 calls for $4 each of the streets. Just missed that one. So we're going to go and we're going to add 5 units. And now we are at level 9. Is that a hit? That is a 10. Oh, we keep missing it just barely to the left or to the right. Okay, so we are at 5. We're going to bump it up to 7 at this point. This is level 10. And I'm pretty sure this is the highest we've gone in the progression so far. So let's see if it gets another hit at this level. And we missed it. So we're on, I believe, the longest streak so far, so 10. Now we go up to 9 apiece. Total bet is $27. We are at spin 50. All right, finally got a hit. No, actually, let me recorrect, because I noticed 81 was the highest net profit we made. So this is the highest we've been in the progression so far, but we are in a new session profit of $49. So we're definitely going to go back to base. Okay, so 13 was last to hit. Let's cover that up and spin 51. We got the miss right there, so we go ahead and add another street. Level 2. There's a miss with the 22 black, so we're going to repeat. We're going to hold it right here. We're at level 3. And that's a 00. Level 4, we're going to hold our bet here one more time. Like he's saying, look at those repeating numbers coming out. Okay, so we lost there. Now we're at level 5, so we're going to punch in another street. We're going to hold it at 1 apiece. And that first street's been producing too. A few 1s and a few 2s. Let's go ahead and repeat the bet. We were at level 5, so we're going to 6, which all that means is adding 1 more unit on each of the streets. We're 55 spins in. Level 6. And we got the hit with a 23 red. Let's check the stats. We are in a new session profit of $57. Very good, very good. So let's go back to our base level bet, $1. Let's see if we could get an early win. There's a loss right there, so we're going to cover that. Spin again. Level 2. All right, missed that one, so we're going to repeat. We're going to hold the bet right here. We're at level 3. And we're holding the bet one more time. This is spin number 60. And we got a 11 black. That's a miss. So from here, we're going to go ahead and punch in another dollar on another street. This is level 5. And that's an 18 red. That's a miss. So we're going to level 6, adding a unit each. Now we go up one more unit. Total bet is $9. And we got a 28 black. That's another loss. So we go from 3 to 4. $12 total bet. This is level 8. And that is a 34 red. Now we go 5 units each of the streets. We're at spin 65. Oh, just missed that one. That was a 26 black. We're going to go up in the progression again. Now we go 5 to 7. We're at level 10. We've only gone as high as level 11 so far. And look at that. Got another win. $63 hit. Check our stats. New session profits at 68 bucks. Beautiful. Working very well so far. So we're going to go back to our base level bet. $1 on the last 2 hit street. That 18 keeps coming out. So let's go ahead and put $1 over there. We're at level 2. We're going to hold our bet here. And look, another 7 came out. That street's hot. Hold our bet again here. And we got a 27 red. And I think I might have lost track of where I was. I think that was 3. We're going to hold our bet here one more time for level 4. Okay, and if we get a loss here, we're going to definitely start adjusting the progression. And that's a loss. So we go to level 5, adding our 3rd single street in. This is spin 70. At level 5, we got a 12 red. That's a miss. So now we go ahead and add another unit on the streets. This is level 6. Sorry if I keep repeating the levels, as I'm trying to keep track in my head. All right, $18 hits. We are in a new session profit of $74. So definitely going back to base. This is working out well. It's one of those systems that definitely takes and requires a little patience and probably belief in the odds, right? It seems like look at that. 2 streets. I'm not keeping track of anything. Nothing like I could do with the software, but the 7th street and the 16th street, those are hitting hot. But we did lose that one, so we are going to put our bet right here. This is level 2. And let's see if that 18 comes out again. That 4 has been hitting a lot too. All right, we missed that one. So level 3, hold our bet. All right, level 4, we hold our bet one more time. So now we're gonna, okay, so in this situation, we're at level 5. We need to add in another street. So last street to hit, instead of putting on the doubles, we're gonna just go underneath that, and you see that 36, we're gonna put $1 right there, okay? This is level 5. And we got a 9 red. That street again hit. So we're going to simply rebet. We are going to level 6, adding $1 on each of the streets. And let's see what we get. We got a 24 black. That's an $18 win. We are in another new session profit of $82. I know it may not seem like much, but we're slowly but surely crawling up. Okay, so let's go ahead and cover that street, and we are back to our base level bet. I know a lot of people like to play these systems that have longer progressions because they have more patience. Some people are a little less patient. So this is spin number 80. And we are at level 2. And we got a 3. Okay, we hit pretty early. Beautiful. New session profit yet again, $91. So we're going to keep it at base level bet. And let's see if that first street hits again. We're at spin 81. There's a miss, so we're going to repeat the bet, and we're going to add our next street in at level 2. And we got a 36 red, new session profit, finally getting some early wins. That put us at a nice, smooth, beautiful, even $100 profit. Beautiful, working out good so far. Let's go ahead and cover that one that hit last. And we are back again at base level. All right, we got a miss right there. We're going to go ahead and cover that street. Spin again. We're at level 2. And we're almost done with the test. We got a few more to go, and we'll wrap up the video. All right, level 3 says hold the bet here. This is spin 85, so we have 5 more after this. And look at that, another, and we keep hitting. That was back to back to back hits at this level. All right, so we got to record this. We are 107 and a new session profit. And of course, back to base, spin it again, and we have 4 more after this. Let's see if we could end on a win. Lost that one, so let's add in that street. This is level 2. We got 3 more spins in us. Level 3 calls out to hold the bet. 2 more spins. And look at that. That's another hot streak too that kept hitting that 22. So we're going to spin, where was I? I think, yeah, we spin again here. This is level 4. We got 1 more spin to go. And we got a 25. So on level 5, we're going to go ahead and add that one in. Hold the bet here. This will wrap up the test. Definitely survived the test, the survival test at 90 spins. And I really didn't have much doubt about that part because it had such a long progression. So just to recap, the highest level in the progression we went was at level 11. We hit there a couple times. We hit there at 10 a couple times, and below that as well. So my thoughts on it, definitely was designed to have, to kind of lean on the odds of those streets not hitting in such a long time. Of course, there's no surefire system out there. Every system will have some kind of kryptonite. This one, you are limited to only 9 numbers coverage, but I always bring up that risk to reward ratio. this one seems like it has a solid balance, especially because at any of these levels you're going to hit and then you automatically reset. So you basically have 20 chances to hit 9 numbers. Well, that's not true, because that ninth, those 3 extra numbers don't go until level 5. So you have 6 number coverage the first 4 levels. But I'll have the full progression down below. I'll have the stats and the grade on performance. I think it did really well. It didn't get too deep into our bankroll, and I'm going to add a new version of the ROI, which simply means return on investment. I was using the total bankroll to calculate against the profit. Well, that doesn't make much sense, in the sense that I should be calculating based on how much bankroll I use, how much the amount wagers is what I'm looking for. The amount wagered through this session, that's how I'm going to continue from here on forward to calculate the ROI. But as always, guys, let me know what you guys think about this. Again, this isn't everyone's cup of tea, but a handful of you guys. I personally like longer progressions. I typically stay away from progressions that require a lot of use of the bankroll, though. So it does get uncomfortable. Some of those bets we got a little low and we hit level 11, so that uses a little bit more bankroll. And then from there, you can see down below, or previously I added the progression. The bets will get drastically higher each and after you hit about that 12 level mark. At that point, you're going 12, 16, 21, 28. These are all per street. So once you get past that point, remember, 1 hit, that's all you need. But in the same breath, every loss after that point, those are bigger and bigger hits. So that's also something to keep in mind. But like always, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. And if you guys have any input, do you really believe that this can withstand 50,000 spins? I don't know. That seems like a stretch, considering, we didn't go too far in the progression, but we only had 10 more losses. And with only 9 covered, I could see that happening far sooner than that 50,000 spin test. Okay? So long-winded again, but till next time, guys, be cool,